Alright, I am back, and this is game number 3. We have Big Ego Crew on the Legion side. They just lost game number 2, but they did win game number 1. And we have Lactose Intolerant on the Elburn side, which just won game number 2. With some Hammer Storm, bringing the hammer. Now, the bands. We got Draconis and Moira, banned out by Big Ego Crew. We got Electrician and Magnus, banned out by Lactose Intolerant. That is going to open up the first pick chipper for the inside, followed up by a Luna into Myrmidon, into Tundra, into Cthulhu Font. So, Big Ego Crew getting their hands on the Myrmidon Cthulhu Font. It looks like we are going to see a main support chipper this game. Most likely played by Mex, and that will be a Shorcan Myrmidon, as he loves to point out how much I hate the fish, which I just hate playing against the fish. I love the fish. He is a great hero. Just to clarify, we have a third pick, Artesia. Can't say I saw that one coming, but here we are with an Artesia pick, which I think that's going to be a TKB Artesia. Um, Possibly a main support Artesia. I'm not sure if we're going to see um, Luna as a main support this game. We'll probably see, probably see a second support Luna, played by Duder. So Tundra could go long lane on Ozov, could go mid on Snooki. I don't know if Snooki plays a whole lot of Tundra, but he probably knows how to play Tundra because he's a beast. I don't think this is a Snooki Tundra. I think it's a Ozov Tundra. But yeah, they got a Tundra. I think this is long lane Tundra Aluna, man up dual lane. We've seen Donkey Kong run that lane a lot. They do pretty well with it. So I think it's just a combo that they want to try out. And Tundra is a really powerful hero, man. The bird, you can't underestimate the vision from the bird. Like this guy gives you a lot of map control, and it helps you to not only gank for yourself when the ganks are safe, but avoid counter ganks when the enemy does not use Veiled Rot. So when Tundra's in the game, it really forces you to do a lot of Veiled Rot ganking. So we'll probably see Big Ego Crew doing lots of Veiled Rot ganks. But let's look at the second tier of bans. We have Oogie, Engineer, and Swiftblade. So Engineer, he bypasses 6 picks and 4 bans, and we see him banned all the way at the second stage, which is quite odd, but also not. I think they just want to try out some stuff that's not Engineer, because everyone knows Engineer is good. They ban out the Swift and the Oogie as well, which I suppose are pretty solid against their picks. The Swiftblade is pretty good against the anti-aggression. Um, Also allows them to run something like a tri-lane and kind of just dodge the dual mana lane. So that makes a lot of sense. They ban out Arachna, Midas, and Tarot. Um, the Tarot ban really, that's an interesting one. I'm actually not too sure why they banned the Tarot. The Arachna ban I could see as a really disruptive laner. And they pick up a bubble. So, well, actually, let me go in order here. They pick up a Bombardier and a Kronos to finish off their lineup, and man, that's some really good synergy with the Kronos having the airstrike as well as the chainsaws. Everything here is AOE. Even the Cthulhu Fawn can technically position himself for obliterate damage, but not the most combo oriented with the Kronos. But they do round it off with some pretty solid picks. Kronos is a very comfort hero for Dutch on the carry role, and they end up finishing it off on Lactose's side with a Bubbles and a Moon Queen pickup. We have not seen any Moon Queen, I believe, from the European teams. This is more of a North American style of carry. But going up against the Kronos, safe to say the Moon Queen might get some good space this game, and it might also. I mean, they're gonna have to run it in a tri lane. They're gonna have to secure Moon Queen's farm, because the Cthulhu Font Myrmidon lane is just so disruptive. There's so much damage at the level 2, the level 3 mark from these heroes that Moon Queen cannot man fight into a Cthulhu Font mana plane. So they have to babysit it with 2 supports, which it looks like they're going to do. Now, this Ward of Sight placed by Dude is actually going to get spotted out by Shorkan's Ward. So I believe they're going to go ahead and counter that one. Meanwhile, we do see, as we talked about, Bubbles. He's going to be going up against Bombardier. Bomb should win this matchup, but the rune control might benefit the Bubbles, and that's where we could see Bubbles have more impact with the rune control, which might come down to team support as well. But we're going to see an off-lane Tundra going up against a tri-lane of Kronos, Chipper, and Myrmidon, and man, Tundra is not going to have a good time going up against this lane. I don't even know if his bird spotted out these rotations, but if he walks here, man, is he freaking dead. He is not going to survive a Myrmidon, Chipper, Kronos lane. So he's going to do the right thing here. He's going to play passive at the start, just avoid the gank, get the bird to block the pull, and try to get the link control for himself. Meanwhile, we do see Chipper. We see Myrmidon. He TP's up into the top lane. And the question is, what are they going to get done up here? Going up against the tri-lane. They're going to throw fishes. They're going to annoy the shit out of the supports. But Moon Queen is free farming. Kronos is free farming. Both teams are going to make sure that their carries have a good time to start off game number 3. And they're just going to let Bombardier and Bubbles duke it out in the mid lane, which, by the way, Bomb is having a freaking amazing time so far. Snooky! Snooky, come on, man, get those last hits. He's going to have to use the Shell Surf there. So he's going to pray to Tower RNGesus that I missed the freaking Bloodlust kill, because I just love, I don't know why I love watching people last hit in the tower. But they get the kill onto Myrmidon, and they give the kill to Moon Queen. Oh my god, that is just not what you're looking for if you're Big Ego Crew, giving Bloodlust to the Moon Queen. And a lot of pressure coming onto both sides. They're each going to pop a health potion and reset. But 6-1 Bubbles against 8-1 Bomb.
You should have seen your face.
So,
it went.
Bomb is doing pretty well so far.
Bring Dave as a co-caster next game, or get bad RNG of pubs for the next 5 years.
Oh my god. Okay. Thanks for the dollar. Apparently something happened. Something funny happened in the mid lane. But Bomb is doing what Bomb is supposed to do, which is win in the last hits. 2-minute rune did spawn on the Hellborn side, which I believe got camped. Here comes a Veiled Routed Artesia in the mid lane. Bubbles has a sticky bomb on top of himself. Is the damage from Artesia going to be enough? Yes, it is. And man, that was a great gank coming out from Artesia to give some space there to Bubbles. He's going to pick up his bottle now. And I think, yeah, Bomb already had his bottle, but he does not have gold for a TP. So he's going to need to get a TP from an ally or... actually, it looks like he had money for one. How's the Cthulhu Font Man Up Dual Lane doing? Not too good. 1 creep kill on the Cthulhu Font. Myrmidon sitting at 60
You should have
GPM.
seen your face. It went.
Don't bring him in, and you will win PUBG games.
Oh man, that was great. Thank you for the $5, Steven. Appreciate that, man. You're a beast, man. I love you. So yeah, the Cthulhu Font Myrmidon lane is really not doing what they wanted to do. So this is great by Lactose to address the dual lane. They bring Chipper up here to the top lane. He's going to Zaku some rockets. They're not going to hit onto anybody. Myrmidon, he's got the focus buffer on him, but there is too much damage, and this is going to be 2 kills in favor of Lactose as they survive on their Artesia, going for the dive. They get a kill onto Moon Queen and a kill onto Artesia. So the tri-lane from Lactose is clicking on all cylinders so far. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Tundra, he's not doing the best in terms of farm, but he is getting what he needs. He's level 4, and that is much better than the top lane of Big Ego Crew. He has got a full 1.5 creep waves in his tower. He's going to get level 5 here in the near future, and Tundra is loving this farm that he's going to pick up in his tower. He has 11 last hits compared to the 6 from Cthulhu Font. So Tundra doing a great job early on, getting the experience. And he's also being very disruptive with the bird, blocking the pull camps so that they cannot get the lane control back in their favor. We see another Veiled Rod attempt here. Level 6 on the bubbles. Here comes the Kelfield, and this might be too much damage for Bombardier to handle. He is not level 6 to go for a counter kill with the airstrike. So these roams from Artesia with the Veiled Rods really securing Bubbles to have a great time here in the mid lane. And gotta say, these ganks are going to prove to be very impactful in the next couple of minutes as Bubbles starts to pick up some pretty decent farm. He's now 100 GPM, higher than the Bombardier due to the 2 deaths on bomb early on. Moon Queen, what is she up to? She is up to 450 gold per minute as she is 2-0 compared to the 0-0 from Kronos. Now the last hits is actually favoring the Kronos so far, so that is allowing him to keep pretty close in terms of GPM, but Moon Queen, she does decide to go for the full steam boots. She is not doing the Whispering Helm into jungle rush. So what this means is they want to continue to control this top lane. They do not want to give it up in the next couple of minutes, and they want to continue the pressure. Here comes a trample stun onto the Moon Queen from Cthulhu, into the Weed Field from Myrmidon. Can they get the rocket follow up? The heals from Artesia with the missiles is coming in. Here comes the Moon Finale, which is not going to do a whole lot of damage, but Luna is here. She puts in the power throw. They are going to get the kill onto Cthulhu Font with the magic missiles, and Myrmidon is now in some trouble. Nice heals coming in onto the Moon Queen. They are baiting this Moon Queen out very hard. Weafield, unfortunately, is going to miss. Will they get the final kill? They are going to get the kill in the background on the Chipper with the Aluna, and they're going to make it a hat trick as they get the kill with Moon Queen onto the Myrmidon. So it ends up being a 3-for-0 exchange in the top lane. And Lactose Intolerant jumps out to an 8-0 kill lead. They bump their lead up to 2,700 gold and 2,200 experience lead, or 22,000. No, 2,200. Sorry, brain not working there. But they actually end up dying on the Moon Queen in the top lane, and Artesia falls as well. But meanwhile, this was happening. Luna rotated into the mid lane. They got another kill on the Bombardier, and that actually closes the gap by a little bit, so stopping the Moon Queen's reign of power, as she was a serial killer with 450 gold per minute. She has now dropped down to 400 gold per minute, and thus going even with the Kronos. So the main difference in GPM so far is the Bubbles doing very well early on. Tundra, he is now level 6. He is going to port into the top lane. They're going to try to set up some kills here as they are baiting out their Luna. He gets eaten by a weed field. Here comes the avalanche onto Cthulhu Font. It's going to take him down. Are they going to be able to find more kills? They get the kill onto Myrmidon as well. Kronos is now here. He leaps and he gets the kill. Here comes a 3-man sphere, but is it going to be resulting in any kills, or is it going to be used primarily for defense? They are going to lose the Chipper, and now Kronos is in so much trouble. He does not have a leap. He is going to go down from the Moonbeam of Moon Queen, and it ends up being 3 kills the way of Hellborn as they only lose their Aluna. Their lead extends now into the 3,000 gold range, and they take a 13-3 kill lead. Cthulhu Font, he comes in with the trample. The Weedfield is going to connect. Do they have the damage to bring down the Moon Queen? She is so tanky with those steam boots as the supports are very low level early on, and they're not going to have the damage. She health potions it up, and she is going to just continue farming. Meanwhile, Bubbles, he finds himself a double damage rune. Here comes the Kelfield. Shell Surf, 2 more auto attacks. Soul Trap, 1 more auto attack, and boom, the take cover avoids the sticky bomb. It ends up landing on the creeps, and Bubbles gets another kill onto Bombardier. So the rotations coming out from Lactose in game number 3 are very spot on. They are finding the farm on their core heroes, being the Moon Queen and the Bubbles. Chandra getting the experience he needs. He's going to get leaped on here by Kronos, but there is no team support, so this is just simply going to be some harassment damage. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Cthulhu Font still sitting on red booties and mystic vestments. He's not really super tanky. Moon Queen, she does have her Moon Finale up. She picks up the Whispering Helm, so they might just decide to concede this top lane. They see, I believe they saw that port into the top lane, and with the bird scouting it out, so they're gonna look to take over a creep, start working on some of the stacks, and the question is, will they give up space up here or a tower, or will they just simply look to avoid the Legion for now? Bombardier, he breaks the smoke. He's going to miss the sticky bomb, unfortunately. Here comes a Moon Finale. They're going to take down Bombardier, and that ends up backfiring for the Legion side. Now, they do spot out the stacks, so I think they don't want to give these up for free. Myrmidon, will he end up going down? He's going to leap away, but he's going to find himself eating a magic missile from Artesia with that Essence projection, and Chipper is going to fall as well. Cthulhu Font, he is going to trample up the cliff. Will they be able to spot him out? They do see that he runs up here, and a nice power throw snipe coming out from Juder as they get the double tap. And boy, oh boy, I think we might have a very fast game number 3. If Lactose keeps playing like this, they are going to be finding themselves with a very early victory. Moon Queen is working on the stacks in her jungle, and she is going to be closing in around the 500 gold per minute mark after she takes out the rest of the stacks. Meanwhile, Kronos in the bottom lane, he only has the 1-1 score, but he's not doing super poorly. He's 390 gold per minute. He's I believe he wants to build into a Thunderclaw here, so I believe he should have that actually pretty soon, as he's sitting on 1400 gold with the Glove of the Swift already purchased. So there is still some hope if they do get some pretty good farm on the Kronos. But it's going to take a while before Kronos really starts to feel very threatening. And he's not going to be able to do the same thing that Moon Queen's doing, which is rotating into the jungle and taking out stacks early on. We do see some very aggressive positioning coming out from Bubbles and Aluna. They're looking to tower dive. They're going to get the quick kill onto Myrmidon. He gets deleted, and now Chipper, he is all by himself. They are waiting for the spells to come off cooldown. Here come the slows from the magic missiles, but they decide that it's actually not worth it to dive the Chipper in the end, and they will be content with putting pressure on the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we do see Bombardier making his way down here. I think they are going to want to set up a kill here on the Tundra. Here comes the sticky bomb into the airstrike, and that is too much damage for Tundra to handle. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Chipper, he does use the chainsaws, but he ends up going down to Aluna. They try to get the counter kill on Artesia, but they're not going to have enough damage, as Artesia is just too tanky for them to bring down. Kelfield comes out in the top lane onto the Myrmidon, and he will go down. Artesia using the missiles to give them movement speed. Will they have enough damage here to bring down the Cthulhu? Here comes a Moonbeam from Moon Queen. The Moon Finale gets popped. Will the beams get in range? Yes, they will. It's an ultimate warrior streak now for Moon Queen as she picks up another kill. And that should definitely be the tier 1 tower push now in the top lane. Spell shards were picked up by Bubbles to follow up that soul trap, so Bubbles finding himself with some great farm early game, sitting at 537 gold per minute now that they do take down that tower. Tundra, he's sitting on 2,000 gold, so looks like he might go for a portal key right off the bat. Kronos gets his Thunderclaw delivered to him here in the bottom lane as he's working on the tier 1 tower. They might actually look to defend this. It's not following the fastest. They have Artesia setting up here in the bot lane, trying to counter push. Focus Buffer comes up onto the Kronos. Here comes the fortification. The missiles are slowing him, but they're just going to port in their Aluna and they are going to deny the tower. Good job by the supports there to hold off the tower. Myrmidon, Kelfield comes out, final auto attack, hasted bubbles, too much damage with the level 2 spell shards for Myrmidon to take. Cthulhu, he is okay. Yep, Bubbles decides not to go for it. I think that's the wise play. Meanwhile, now in the bot lane, Tundra with his brand new portal key, he's gonna spot out the rotations here from the Legion side. Although there was double veiled rot actually used, so I'm not sure if he spotted the rots being used or just simply spotting out the chipper and deciding that they don't see anyone in the top lane other than Cthulhu, and they have to be up to something. So just a good heads up play coming out from Lactose. Really reading this game very well. Triple stacked Ancients here. Looks like will be attempted. Artesia going to throw out the missiles. Looks like she's just going to throw out the defensive healing missiles and let Moon Queen do all of the damage with those glaives, the multi-strike. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Cthulhu gets gangbanged by the trio of Bubbles, Tundra, and Aluna. And he's really not that tanky. He's only sitting at 1000 HP with the Plated Greaves. The spell shards from Bubbles really allows them to cut through the armor from Cthulhu, so he just melts from all the burst damage that they have. So triple stack was taken. Moon Queen now up to 550 gold per minute. Kronos, I think he's going to build into a Firebrand now to follow up the Thunderclaw. I think he wants the Geometer's Bane, and then he'll go into Shrunken Head. But the Geobane will be pretty useful in the mid game against heroes like the Bubbles and the Moon Queen. But he will still need the Shrunken Head eventually. But I think we're going to see Firebrand picked up in the next 150 gold. And Moon Queen, she's on her way towards her Geometer's Bane. She might even have the Blessed Orb, actually. I'm not... No, I think she still needs the Blessed Orb and the recipe. Nope, I was wrong. She had Blessed Orb in her stash. I was going to say, 17-minute Geobane sounds about right with free farm. Bot lane, Artesia gets a little too comfortable. He goes down. They might have even put the sticky bomb on the Kronos and had him leap in, which I think is what they did. Bomb kind of wasn't really too close by. He does have his own portal key though, so might have just put it on himself as well. Cthulhu in the top lane. Here comes the silence. Kelfield, Song of the Sea, or Shell Surf. The power throw unfortunately is going to miss, and that might be the difference maker. As Cthulhu is able to avoid the okay. They use this they use the airstrike here. They don't use the sphere though. Kronos was in the jungle. That was just a solo kill on the Tundra. So Bubbles or Bombardier, excuse me, able to solo kill. He had a double damage rune, so that actually probably made it a lot easier as well. They had the kill onto Tundra, but big picture is Moon Queen still farming very, very well. She's now level 13, which actually she's behind the Kronos in terms of XP. And for the fact that it's a 6 to 24 kill lead, it's really not the biggest gold and experience lead, actually. It's the farm is mostly all on Bubbles and Moon Queen. Bubbles now picks up his portal key. So he's down here by himself. I don't think he can kill the Cthulhu by himself without a rune. But he actually needs to be careful here, as the Invis Myrmidon is actually going to spot him out. Oh my god, the reactions from Snooki to Portal Key at that exact time was insane. I don't know how he reacted that fast, but that was just fast. Beast. So we have a Kongor attempt here by the Hellborn side, stealing the Legion Kong. They have great vision in both the mid lane and the top lane. Here comes a Sphere from Kronos onto the solo Luna. Avalanche comes out onto Kronos. Now he has used his leap, and he is going to get bursted down by the Moon Queen Moon Finale. And in the bottom lane, Bubbles did take out Bombardier. I believe that was a solo kill, as we had the remaining supporting cast for Hellborn over here at the Kongor securing the Kongor for Moon Queen. She picks up her Mighty Blade and she is closing in on her Shrunken Head. Bubbles is continuing his split push down here in the bottom lane. He is actually so deep. He might... Is he going to actually go for... Oh my god. Oh no! He portal keys away! Oh no! I think he didn't spot him in time. That was actually so close to being a kill on the Chipper. I think he was more focused on trying to make an escape and avoid them rather than go for a kill, but man oh man, that was so close to a kill. Failed routed Aluna, who picks up the portal key, by the way. That's a really early portal key. They're going to spot out the Bombardier with the vision from the bird. Here comes the stun into the Shell Surf, Song of the Sea. No Soul Trap was put on him. Actually, the focus buff are going to keep him alive. Here comes a nice take cover from Bubbles. He has to use a defensive kill field. He's going to use the Shell Surf aggressively though to spot them out. And Tundra is here on the flank side with an Avalanche ready to go. They might look to re-engage this as the spells are coming off cooldown in the near future. Here comes a Piercing Shards onto Myrmidon, but he waveforms to safety. And when it's all said and done, everyone falls back. Nobody ends up falling. As I think the big thing here was the Sphere was on cooldown, and Moon Queen was not even here. So both sides were a little bit, I'll just say, unable to find the kills at the time. But this could be... I think this will be a token, actually. They have 1 minute on the Kongor Slayer. So this is going to go uncontested, and that's going to be a token of life on the Moon Queen. She will drop her refreshing... Or she drops the power, so I think she probably should just drop the refreshing ornament. But either way, she drops an item, picks up the token. They're going to have 2 minutes and 45 seconds on that. They will look to push both the 2 bottom tier towers. So we have Kronos Veiled routed here in the top lane. He might run into Bubbles. What's going to happen? Here comes the Sphere, and that will be a kill onto Bubbles. Just too much damage. Hyper Crown finished on the Kronos, so he does not build into the Firebrand that I had thought he would. But he will eventually get the Firebrand to follow up the crown. Tower goes down to the bot lane in favor of the Hellborn side. Artesia, I believe, sent himself a Gnome's Wisdom. Unless I saw that wrong, I believe he picked up the Gnome's Wisdom. But Tundra has not found any items in the future to follow up his portal key just yet. Gonna be interested to see what he does go for. Bubble's sitting on 3,000 gold, has not upgraded yet into Spell Shards 3. Looks like he is content with number 2 for now. Maybe wants a item to deal with Chronosphere, or perhaps saving up for a Sheepstick. Moon Queen is going to take some heavy damage here, but she still has the token of life. She's getting healed up by those green missiles from Artesia. They almost break the tier 3 tower, and they have 1 minute and 20 seconds on that token. Here's the Storm Spirit picked up by Bubbles. I love the utility items against the Kronos. Now, Bubbles is still not here just yet. They are healing the Moon Queen as she is taking return damage. The tower does end up falling. She is attacking the racks now, and Kronos is going to leap away to safety. He's sitting on 500 health. He's going to have to regen before they are able to take this team fight, where he doesn't have his sphere because they know he used it on the Bubbles in the top lane. So they don't have their big team fight ultimate ready to go. The Waza protection is delaying the racks, but it does end up going down. And this should be a full set of racks. Moon Queen still with 40 seconds on the token. And they might actually look to engage. Okay, the Portal Key avoids the Avalanche Stun. Moon Queen, she's going to take some bashes from Kronos. The Sphere is coming up in 12 more seconds. Kronos is going to go down. He does have a buyback. He is going to use it right away. Still does not have a Sphere for 5 more seconds. But what is going to happen here? The Airstrike is not going to do the most damage. Moon Queen is going to be forced to pop the Shrunken Head. She does not have a Token of Life anymore. Kronos ends up going down. He is unable to get his Shrunken Head off, and that could be the difference maker as Kronos falls 2 times with a buyback in succession. They get the kill onto a Luna. Bubbles, will he end up falling? Yes, he will. He cannot get the port to the Shell Surf in time, and now the Hellborn team looks like they're in retreat mode. Moon Queen going to fall back to the top lane where she will push out the wave, and Cthulhuphon is not done just yet. They find Artesia. It looks like they might have stopped his teleport as well. Rockets are going to do some decent damage, but Artesia, is he going to turn it around onto Chipper? So much damage coming out from those magic missiles, but here comes the sticky bomb onto Artesia, and he will fall before he can get any kills. Man, that support Artesia almost killed both the Cthulhuphon and the Chipper. That was some crazy damage coming out from Artesia. Tundra, he's actually going to get spotted here by the Bombardier. Sticky Bomb going to miss completely. And that could be the difference maker as Tundra pops the Avalanche and his TP gets stopped by the rockets from Mechs. Chainsaws to finish the job. Moon Queen, she bought something, and I think it might be a wing bow? Or a piece of wing bow? I'm not sure. It's a wing bow. That's a full freaking wing bow for Moon Queen. She is 750 gold per minute. 26 minutes into the game. She is so damn scary. The highest GPM for this Legion side is Kronos at 476, which by the way is really not that bad, but comparing to that Moon Queen, it looks really, really bad. Bomb Pop delivery, bot lane, Bubbles. He's going to use this Storm Spirit, and he's going to port to his Shell Surf. Will Bomb pick him off, though? He has a haste rune. Song of the Sea comes out. Take cover. He's going to heal up some bottle sips. Portal Key. He's going to juke. Will they find each other? Bomb thinks he's down here. Bubbles, I think he might have seen him from that power throw, but Bombardier is going to Portal Key on back, and nobody kills anybody. Soul Trap going to heal him up to nearly full health. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we see a Trample Stun catching Artesia off guard. Here comes Kronos, and that will be an easy pickoff onto the Artesia. Apparently, the Legion are owning, by the way. They have gotten several kills in quick succession. Still no items on the Tundra. I find this very puzzling. What happened to Tundra's farm this game? He had a really early Portal Key. Okay, he's got something coming. Glowstone. Okay. Guess he wants Staff. Staff is cool and all. I don't know. I guess he wants to upgrade Moon Queen. So they want somebody to buy Staff to upgrade Moon Queen. I guess it's okay. There's not really any item that I think Tundra could really buy that would kind of change the game other than maybe a sheep, which probably will just take too long because he's not farming the fastest. So Staff, I guess, makes some sense. He gets double Burt, or he gets double Curial. He gets 4-second cooldown on piercing shards, which honestly isn't really that impressive considering he's an off-lane Tundra this game. But Kongor is going on. Looks like Legion has an idea. I don't think they saw the HP of Kongor. Okay, now they saw the HP of Kongor with the rocket, so they know it's low. They're probably going to say, guys, we need to fight this or we lose the game. Moon Queen's too big. Can they fight it, though, is the question. Kronos is Veiled Rider. He's going to go in. Here comes the Sphere. They get it before it goes down. Here comes the Airstrike. Moon Queen, she's getting healed by the missiles. She gets Storm Spirited. She does not go down. She pops the Shrunken. She pops the Moon Finale. Kronos, will he go down? Will he go down? Yes, he will. Bubble snipes him out in the background. Moon Queen is still fighting strong. Savage Trickstreak comes out. Myrmidon goes down. And Bombardier, he is going to be the next victim. The only one to survive is the Chipper. It's a 4-for-0 team fight. It was looking so darn close to getting the kill onto Moon Queen, but Snooki, or actually it was not Snooki, it was Duder. Deuter was there with the Storm Spirit, with the Portal Key in the nick of time. They save Moon Queen and they turn it around. And gotta say, that game was very well played from Lactose as they take 2 games back to back. They get game number 3, and honestly, pretty decisive fashion. That was a pretty well played game from Lactose. Big Ego Crew tried to fight their way back, but they were not successful. So 2-1 Scrim lead in favor of Lactose.